Excellencies, colleagues, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Justus Kabimera. I'm the coordinator of the Climate and Development Special Fund for Africa at the African Development Bank in Abidjan. It gives me great pleasure to address you on this 7th series of the Climate Change and Development in Africa. This conference serves to bring together the African climate change family to discuss topical issues around climate and development in Africa. You may have realized that the theme for this year's event, Building Policies and Actions for Effective Implementation of the Paris Agreement for Resilient Economies in Africa, is instructive and action-oriented. It proposes to spur actions and strategies for the implementation of the Paris Agreement, the focus being on how to implement African nationally determined contributions, the so-called NDCs. To succeed in this important endeavor, there is need for dialogue and interaction between policymakers, scientists and practitioners, as well as other stakeholders to support the translation of the nationally determined contributions into actions, plans and programs. The 7th Conference on Climate Change and Development is therefore an ideal forum for convening partnerships, alliances and networks between government, the private sector and civil society to drive implementation at regional, national and local community scales. By so doing, we'll be able to capitalize on the potential of investments in climate-resilient development while leveraging on the financial and technical capacities of all players in the climate change space. I hope that the forum will realize increased opportunities for climate finance in support of the implementation of Africa's NDCs. I also believe you will discuss and agree on workable and practical approaches and strategies to enhance the uptake of climate information for development planning. The African Development Bank, through its various tools and instruments, will endeavor to work with you to ensure the success of the climate agenda for Africa. I wish you fruitful deliberations for the good and well-being of the African continent and its people. Thank you for your attention.